Hi family, it's Regina. If you're a first-time guest, welcome. And if you've chosen to come back to hang out with me for another time, thank you and welcome back. I'm glad you're both here. If you don't know my journey, let me just briefly tell you. In the past 15 months, I have collected well over 600 fragrances, Middle Eastern, niche, designer, everything. And Spirit spoke to me one day last summer and said, you need to reduce your collection down to a reasonable number and you need to do it on social media. So here I am, here you are, and we are working my way through. So far, I have done 200 Middle Eastern fragrances and I've worked it down to approximately 75, but then I recently added another 20. So now I'm back up to 100 Middle Eastern fragrances. We'll get to those later. Right now, I'm going to work on another niche house, which is Micallef. If you know Note Vanille, you know her line, you know her beautiful packaging. And I'm going to go through them, and it's a yay or nay. It is a spray, a sniff, first impressions. And if it's a nay, it's going to be rehome to someone who's going to love it more than I can. Because let's be honest, the inheritance has already been spent. So let's dive on in. And as I like to say, welcome. This lovely little bottle is called Ananda, I believe. Ananda and Micallef. It is really such a pretty little bottle. So pretty. You probably won't be able to see the rhinestones or anything there. I hope you can. It's just so pretty. And this was done in 2005 is when it was released. Can you believe that? We're talking almost 20 years ago. And this was the perfumer, which I was going to start telling you guys. If I know the perfumer, I should tell you, because that's how we learned whose perfumes we liked, right? Jean-Claude Astier was a perfumer for this when it was released in 2005. And normally I do this. I'll try this again. Ooh. That has got to be one of the crappiest sprayers. Did you see that again? It's like that little boy urine stream. Oh. Okay, if this is your first time, I'm a huge fan of wide mists that cover space, not little streams that are basically like targeted jets. I'm not a fan. So this, I have to say, the mister is not good. But, this is overwhelmingly floral. Jasmine is coming through. Jasmine is the most dominant scent I'm getting from this. There's some fruit in the background, but primarily I'm just getting a lot of jasmine. And I love night blooming jasmine. It's one of my favorite scents, but I don't think that's what this is. And if it is, I don't like the other fragrances that are in there with it. So as you can tell by me saying I don't like it, that Ananda by Micallef. Next three are from Micallef's La Saison line, the seasons, and there were 4. I only have 3. We're going to take these one by one in order. And the first one is Printemps, or spring, and it looks like that. And like I said, her bottles are simply amazing. Oh, now that was a nice spray. Did you guys see that? Here, let me do that again. That was a nice spray, especially for the size of the bottle. Oh my God, I honestly love these bottles. Now, this came out before Ananda. This came out in 2003. Same perfumer, Jean-Claude Astier. Oh, this is coming up. I'm getting a little hint of rose and some fruit. Like a juicy fruit, and maybe raspberries. This is actually really nice. The rose is not very dominant. It blends in very well with the other fruity notes. There may be some other florals that I don't know, but what I'm getting right now, I actually like very much. So, okay, Printemps, spring is a keeper. Coming up after Printemps is Été, summer. Looks like another little gorgeous bottle. This one has green on it. I wonder what winter smells like. Don't you ever think like, I don't know. Anyway, Printemps actually surprised me with the rose and the raspberry and the pear. So let's see what Été does, right? I know. Ooh, holy moly. Holy moly. I am, I'm being slapped in the face with some lemon. Yeah. Whew. D- no. We're just gonna go with no. And I'm saying that because the lemon is so intense. Maybe it's not even lemon. Maybe it's like a grapefruit, but it does strike me as a type of lemon. And it's just so, maybe I should wait to see how it dries down when that wears away, if it changes. But right now, it's just way too much lemon for me. And the last season from Micallef that I have is autumn, which is autumn or fall. And this one comes with this really pretty orange little crystals and the orange juice. So pretty. Let's see what this one does. That was a good spray, not gonna lie. Or I'm just getting used to crappy sprayers. I don't know which. Oh, ho, ho. Before I tell you that, let me say this was also done in 2003 by Jean-Claude Astier. And dude, this is a no. This smells chemically like nail polish. I got nothing. Unfortunately, autumn is gone. I'm going to move to the other side, the other line of fragrances from Micallef that I have. The Note Vanille and one other. The Note Vanille is so remarkable. The bottling is just gorgeous. And my juice in the year 15 months that I've had it has gone from being a pale color similar to this lovely purple color in this gorgeous bottle, which I hope you can all see. And I'm excited to try it because this got so much hype. One of the reasons why I ended up buying it before it was a blind buy for me. Most of them are, but in this case it really was, because it was so much immediate hype on Fragcom telling me that, listening to people, not telling me, but people who were saying how this was one of the best vanillas ever. It was, you know, just all of the compliments and kudos that people were giving to Note Vanille. So I bought it, and then I thought, because I love the bottle, before the juice got dark and had truly aged, I ended up buying this other bottle, which was a limited edition. And it is not called Note Vanille. It is actually called Make a Wish, but supposedly it is the same juice. So it is the Note Vanille fragrance in a limited edition bottle about making a wish. Maybe this is a Christmas edition, not really sure. Note Vanille, interestingly enough, came out in 2007, which, I mean, again, 16 years ago. It's amazing to me. Sorry, 17 years ago. We're in 2024. 17 years ago, this came out. And Jean-Claude Astier was also the perfumer on this one. Let's spray this and let me see what has happened now that it has aged. I know, I got the big bottle too, because everybody was saying how it was such a perfect vanilla, and I was just so sure. Ooh, nice spray. Let's do another one so I can actually smell it on the stick and not on my hands. But I don't mind it on my hand. I don't mind. Oh, you guys. It's been such a good adventure. I am enjoying myself. I know I've been watching all the YouTube videos just to stay on top of everybody, because there's so many people I like to watch. And I know everybody is really heavily into talking about the Middle Eastern fragrances. And I gotta be honest, that's what I was decluttering last summer. So I should probably re-loop some of those videos in so you guys can see what I was thinking about some of these fragrances that have now, you know, become so incredibly popular, as well as some of the new ones that I'm now testing through that I bought. Let me tell you, I can tell you right now, I don't even need to bring this to my nose. It's down here on my table. I can smell this. This is aged so beautifully. It is a sweet, almost caramel vanilla with some booze in it. It's gorgeous. Okay, well, let's just go there and say that Note Vanille stays. And while we're here, let's talk about This other one, Make-A-Wish, which I know I said is the same formula, same fragrance in the bottle. However, this one actually came out after, and I want to say 2016, 2014, somewhere in there. So it came out years after. Granted, same formula. Oh God, they're so good. But I don't know. So I just want to spray this one just to see what I think of it. Like I said, the Note Vanille is beautiful. And I honestly, I don't know which variation I have. I believe people are saying that there's a reformulation, and I don't know when, but that it doesn't smell the same as the original, which if this is not the original and this actually smells worse, then I'm sorry I missed the original, because I'm loving this. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got. Nice sprayer, much better than the other one. I'm only gonna do, here, let's do this. There we go. There we go. I'm turning to my floor because my floor loves it when I spray it. This is more intense. I know they're saying it's the same, but I'm getting less boozy, more vanilla, more caramel. And it hasn't even dried down yet, but I'm getting more of the vanilla and that caramel known or praline known, whatever it is that's in there. I'm getting more of that. It was never an option of this leaving, to be honest with you, but I just wanted to try to see if it really was the same scent or not. And it is, they're similar for sure, but it could be because this one was done later that they tweaked it a little bit and just didn't talk about it. But this is also a keeper. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh man, absolutely gorgeous. Coming up next, Note Vanille Nectar, which actually surprised me. This was done in 2023 by Paulo de Moraes. I'm not sure how you say his name. I'm sorry. Sorry if I butchered it. Which, again, given that the original Note Vanille came out in 2007, it's amazing that here we are 16 years later with the nectar. And it's using the same name. Nectar to me would imply that it should be thicker, maybe with hints of honey or maple syrup, something that is just like almost over the top sweet with a floral note. That would be my interpretation of nectar. Take or leave it. Let's see how this looks. For the size of the bottle, I guess it's wide. It's not great. Okay. Oh, see, it is. It is the Note Vanille and the Make-A-Wish Note Vanille had a boozy note, which seemed more like maybe a rum, or I don't want to say vodka, but kind of sad. I can't even think of my liquors. I'm a wine drinker, haven't you noticed? But this is definitely more cognac-y, more bourbon, more... This is where you're getting the nectar, the heavier, the syrupy sweetness of the vanilla. And I'm thinking that there is like some tonka or sandalwood in it because, again, it's a little heavier, a little more weighted than the other ones. Oh, man. Oh, okay. You know what, guys? I don't tell you to do much. And I'm certainly not encouraging you to spend money on Note Vanille. But get your nose on either this or a dupe or a clone and let me know what you think. If you are a true vanilla lover and you don't have very many and you want to do a little splurge and you like the fact these bottles are gorgeous, then yeah, go ahead. Get your nose on Note Vanille by M. Micallef. And the last M. Micallef that I have in my collection is called Pure Extreme. Looks like this. And the funny thing is, I've had this the same length of time as I had the Note Vanille, and yet this is almost clear. Don't know what that means. Don't know if there's really no vanilla in there or if it's not I don't know. I had no idea what it means. I'm just going to spray. Okay. Ooh, okay. This is heavy, heavy floral. Like that's all I'm getting is an abundance of floral. I know there's some rose in there. I think I remember there's a gardenia in here, and that may be what's really taken it to that level for me. I don't get anything else. I don't get anything other than that floral sweet. I don't get anything sweet. Like I don't get a vanilla or brown sugar or a fruit. I don't get any of that. I just get heavy floral. And now as it's calming down, there's something else coming up after it. That may be the dry down. Oh, the floral has calmed down a little bit. Maybe there's some sandalwood in there, maybe some tonka. That's two of my favorite notes. When I know it's not oud or patchouli, I tend to get one of those two. Now this is definitely, there's no patchouli I'm not picking up here, or oud for sure. And so it's going to be weird, but I'm going to say that this is a no. Before I forget, for Pure Extreme, it was made in 2015 by Jeffrey Nijman and Jean-Claude Astier. And I had something else that was by Jeffrey that I don't remember, that I don't think oh, Make-A-Wish. So going back to what I originally said, was a different perfumer, supposedly the same formula, but made 10 years. And then you have this one in 2015, Pure Extreme, with the two perfumers. And I'm sorry that I forgot I'm going to say Nijman. I forgot to say that earlier, but I didn't want to forget that those are the perfumers on this one. And yeah, it's still going. It's a beautiful floral, but it is not something that I would reach for. Well, family, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for joining me for the House of M. Micallef. Some of them just didn't work for my nose, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to rehome them to someone who loves them and can make it work. Please like, subscribe, do what you do if you want to, and please come back and join me for the next time. I still have so many to go through, and I appreciate you sitting with me during this journey. And as I like to say, cheers. We'll see you next time.